Hello guys, welcome back to another video. It's been a while. It's been actually been like a year plus because I didn't feel like doing much the last couple of days. I mean last couple of fucking months, years, whatever. But I thought this game is having me some fun. I want to stream, I want to upload again because I don't upload unless I feel like it, and I upload when I want to. If you guys need any help with grinding stuff, you can leave it in the comments. Drop a like if this video is informative, and I am just gonna show you. I'm gonna show you Crow, and I'm gonna show you Dark Mage. I searched up. Of course, I cannot give you a lot of details. I'm gonna be super honest. And the best equipment for Dark Mage is the Dark Scepter, which you get from the first stage of the Villain Assault. Then the second one is the Shinigami Sword, because his electricity attack, what you want him for, is pretty much all of his range around the path. So you want a lot of enemies. He's good for crowd control. He's not that good for killing like bosses, but for crowd control he's amazing. So do you want Unbound on this character? I would say like he's definitely in the top 3 units to get right now. Probably a little bit better than Crow at the moment. Sadly, I don't have Crow Unbound, but I have to live with it. So you want Shinigami Sword, and you want Magic Book to buff his magical damage for Crow. You want the Illusion Crow, which you can buy in the shop for I think 5k or 10k points. Then you have the 3 Swords from Hell to get his damage up, and you have the Magic Book because he's another magical unit. Without further ado, let's get into it. So, we go first here. As you can see, we're gonna place Magic Guy over here. You put him down. And you have to, it doesn't matter what upgrade he is, as soon as he hits this eye counter 8 out of 8, he's gonna switch to electricity. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit for that, because he is very strong. Even this mode, people say this mode is trash. I disagree, because it can still be good for freezing units, because sometimes you might not need the big crowd control. So for example, if you're just trying to fight a boss and you don't need the electricity, you might as well just switch to this one, because then you can also freeze the boss while the other people who do more boss damage go for fully the boss. So at this point you want to put his priority to none so he doesn't attack. But as you can see, his electricity, just because it's a testing stage, it goes everywhere, but everything that's in his range, he will. For example, here you see this is outside of his range. On a normal map, his lightning would start here, and this is like the other side of the route, and this other lightning would end here. So this full stuff would be lightning. So there, as you can see, the lightning orbs, they cannot die. So as long as you keep this counter from going back to freeze, it will always stay. As you can see, it does a lot of damage. It does half his damage if you have the sword, because if you don't have his staff, he only does 25%, but his staff makes it so he can get 50% instead of 25. So you really want to get his staff to get the most out of it. Even when he crits, you can see he does 27k. So if he gets crits, because every second he does half of his unit damage. As you can see, it's really powerful, especially to take out large groups of units. So I would say get this guy. Definitely one of the ones you want to prioritize for Unbound. Even if you're a new player, I would say get this guy as fast as possible. Get him Unbound if you can. That's really my suggestion for you guys. And that's the Dark Mage. Then next up, we have our guy Itachi. As you can see, he does a lot of flame damage, a lot of ticks. This is a very good, even if you don't have him Unbound, this guy is really good for breaking shields. For example, if you have those challenges where they have 7 shields, just place this guy down and he evaporates them shields. So I would definitely use this as a shield breaker sometimes if you do not have Unbound, because as you can see, I have a lot of Unbounds of the other variety. So I can just use this guy right now for shield breaker. So it's either, I think his second best is Dragonic, but his best is Unbound. But Dragonic doesn't affect Black Flame or Black Fire that it's called in game. So that's the only problem why Unbound is better than Dragonic. As you can see, his first one is really good for shield breaking. His second attack is not as good for shield breaking. It's just more normal damage, because as you can see, it does a few extra hits, but it isn't that crazy. And then the hell drop, I think it was like one hit. Yeah, as you can see, the hell drop is like one hit. I think it's a big bomb, and then he just burns again. Because the big bomb, you can see it only like this one hit. So I think his first, from what I saw, his first upgrade or his original move does a lot of shield breaking. This Shadow Blaze does still shield breaking, but this, as you can see, it deals 1 tick, so it's not that great. But here you can see it's 3. So again, if you go to 3, this one is also pretty decent for shields because it does 3 per hit. And then the flames, I'm pretty sure the flames also take those shields. Don't quote me on that because I don't know for sure, but I think that's how it is. As if we can also go and check that. So yeah, that's pretty much his max upgrade. He does extra fire, as you can see, deal 2 times damage and 12 ticks over 12 seconds. So I would say this is also a very good unit, even if you don't have him unbound, because as you can see, it's 2 times, so that's 12k. 12k, yeah, 12k over 12 seconds. That is quite a lot. So even without unbound, I would say this character is quite good. So don't sleep on Itachi, but I still think, in my humble opinion, Dark Mage is better to get. Especially if you have him unbound, I think the damages grow by a small margin. So, in my opinion, if you were new to the game, go for Dark Mage first, get Itachi second. That's what I would prioritize. If you are, of course, having people who can help you, because if you don't have people who can help you complete the stage, it's kind of hard to get these units because you need the coins. But if you have people you can grind with, also me, for example, when I stream. Because when I stream, you can ask me to join my party and I will help you get the points. I would definitely prioritize getting Dark Mage first, because Itachi is still a secret pity that you might have to hit, so it might not be the easiest to get. And you get a lot of rerolls when you're a beginner, so I would definitely prioritize the Dark Mage over anything else if you just started the game. And as for the rage, as you can see, he's the secret, 10k pity, which takes quite a long time. I got luckily. So yeah, that's about it. I hope the video was somewhat informative. If you have any tips, then let me know. Join the Discord in the description if you need some help, and I'll be happy to help everyone that needs help. So, I'll see you guys in the next video, and I'm about this bitch. Bye!